Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sonic Love. In today's video, we're going to be hacking the PSP in 2020. So if you haven't done it already, or you're thinking about buying or purchasing a PSP, you can get them relatively cheap nowadays. Even the UMDs, the games themselves, are incredibly cheap. But what is a nightmare is having a mass amount of UMDs to take with you on the go. You might not want to do that anymore. Obviously, they had the PSPGo when it was released. It was too early for its time. Nobody wanted a digital unit. Everybody wanted physical. I'm the same. I'm sure you guys are also. But nowadays, 50-50. Now I'd rather have an SD card full of my games that I've already purchased, back them up onto a SD card, insert them into there so I don't have to carry any UMDs around with me, but then still have the same experience of playing native games, and also the ability to then apply emulators, bit of homebrew if you're into that as well, and just make for an all-round better experience with the PSP. So what you will need to start things off is an SD card. Now normally you have a memory card to go with them. Mine's dodgy. I don't even know. It came with it, but it's incredibly dodgy. So if I take it out, it's an original one, but I think it was the one that you get with it. It's like 2 gig or something. Really lame. I've got loads of original UMD games, so it doesn't bother me. So what we need to do is you need to, if you can, which is the best option, is to buy yourself a Memory Stick Pro Duo, which enables you then to put in a 64 gig or 128 gig SD card. Now I'm going to go with 64 because I do believe that if you go to like a 128 gig and you put loads of ROMs on there, it just takes a very long time for them to load up and to show them. So I'm going to stick with 64. That'd be more than enough to do a little bit of emulation and also my backup ISO files for my PSP back catalogue. So you will need them. So let's open it up. It was only cheap, about £7, I think it was, which isn't bad. Obviously it's exactly the same shape, size, but obviously we put an SD card. Now, I know that it has to be FAT32. I've seen quite a few tutorials on just putting the SD card inside of here, formatting it on the PSP itself. So that's what we're going to try. If not, then we'll just have to go to Disk Genius and then obviously apply FAT32, format it there, and then come back. So we're going to open the SD card. So we're going to insert the SD card into the Memory Stick Pro Duo. We're going to then move over to the PSP. We're going to insert the Memory Stick Duo. It will then prompt us to say that the memory stick cannot be read. Go to Settings, System Settings, and Format Memory Card. Don't know if you can see that, guys. So we're going to go to System Settings. Format memory stick. We're going to say yes. It'll take a few seconds. Format complete. Okay, so for the purposes of this video, I'm going to just double check, go back to System Settings, scroll down to System Information. Now, as you can see, I'm using version 6.60. So what I will do is I'm going to be going on to the PSP Infinity 2.0, and I'm going to be using the firmware update for 6.61. If I can, I will leave the links in the description for the update, for if you want to try this for yourself. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to move over to the PC. Here we have the file. Going to extract here. Should take a few moments. So once we go in, we can see CFW, Infinity 2.03. We just have a few folders. So now I'm going to hook up the PSP to my computer. Now you can take out the SD card and do it that way, or you can use the connection cable and just hook it up to your PC. So I have like a little hub, and I can select which one I want to hook up. So now the PSP is hooked up to my laptop. And because that we formatted it, as you can see, I have MP root, music, pictures, PSP, and also video. On the left hand side, we have the extracted folder that we need to update the firmware. So what we need to do now is we need to go to OFW. Once we're inside the folder, we'll have two options. We'll have OFW for 1000, 2000 and 3000, and also Street. They are the PSP themselves of the different versions. And also if you have Go, then obviously you have the Go. But for this, I'm going to go into OFO 3000, 2000, 3000 and Street because I have the 3000 model. And what we need to do is we need to go into PSP from the main root of the PSP itself. We need to go to Game. Inside the game, we need to create a folder. So in the game folder, we need to right click. We need to go to New. We need to go to Folder. It needs to be capitals, all capitals, and it needs to be Update. All one word. Then what we need to do is open Update. We need to copy and paste the file over. It will take a few seconds. We also need to double click on this, and we need to call it eBoot, all capitals. So it needs to be eboot.pbp. So once you've successfully done that, we then need to eject, and then we need to go back to our PSP. Scroll over to our memory card, and we should have a update. If you've done it correctly, it should say 6.61. We press X, and this should install the official firmware update of 6.61. Agree to terms and conditions. and hit X, and it should automatically upload the new version 6.61. Once it's finished downloading, press X. It should reboot. Let's go to System Settings. System Information. And as you can see, we have successfully updated to version 6.61. So we need to go back to USB connection, and we need to go back to the PC. So go back into your PSP. Let me just go back. Go back into PSP, Game, Update. Now I've just done it, but I should have really explained. Delete the eBoot file that we renamed before to change the custom firmware, but leave the update folder itself. Now we choose Infinity 2.0.3, and we have two options. We have Standard, which is obviously the PSP 1000, 2000, 3000 and Street version, and also we have PSPGo. So whatever unit that you are using is the one that you choose. So Standard will be 1000, 2000, 3000 and Street, and PSGo is PSGo. So because I've got the 3000 model, I'm going to click into Standard. You will see the eBoot PBP file. We go to Copy. We go to Paste. We come out of there and we go back to our main listings. So now we go into CFW. We have two versions of our custom firmware, which is 6.61 LME 2.3 or 6.61 Pro C2. Now, whichever one that you want, if you click in, it will give you folders. You don't need to put the text files in there, but just the folders themselves. If you want to go with LME, or if you want to choose the Pro, pretty much the same. Just copy and paste over into the main root of the directory of the PSP folder themselves. I'm going to choose LME. So we need to copy them over. As you can see, I've now successfully transferred those files over to the PSP root. So same again, we need to safely eject, and now we need to move back over to our PSP. Same again, we need to go over to our memory card, and we need to load Infinity 2.03. We need to hit X. We need to press X again. So we need to go back into Infinity 2 once it actually reboots. We need to hit the left. Now, whichever one that you installed, whether it be the Pro version or whether it be the Me CFW, then that's the one that you choose. So I'm going to choose Me because that's the one that I chose. Now it's highlighted, as you can see with the asterisks. Press right. Now we can press the home button. Press X to exit. So now once that's done, what we need to do is go down to the firmware that we chose and install. Press X again. So once it reboots, we need to go back into Infinity. We need to push over to the left, and you need to highlight which custom firmware that you chose. Once we do that, we hit the home button, press X. We need to do a hard reboot. So we need to turn the power off. We need to turn it back on again. And if we have been successful, if we press the select button, the menu should appear. If the menu has appeared, then we have been successful. Congratulations! Woohoo! We have now jailbroke and hacked PSP. I hope this tutorial helped, guys. What I'll do quickly, come back out of here, press the select button, go back to USB mode. I'm going to reconnect to the PC. I have a list of emulators. I'm going to go to PSP, into game. I'm going to drag them over. I'm going to drop them in. So if you go into the emulator itself, you'll see that it says ROMs. I will quickly pause it here and come back once it's done. So while I have the ROMs transferring over, I will go into the actual root of the PSP folder. I will right click, create a new folder, and it needs to be capital letters and it needs to be ISO. This will be the folder where you can put your backup PSP games. Just drop them in, and once that's done, we'll wait till it to load, and then I'll meet you back at the PSP. Hi guys, and welcome back. So, yep, it's all gone hunky-dory, swimmingly, bit ups and down and mixed bag of the actual emulation for the PSP. Now, I know it's not the most powerful handheld in the world, but what I've played so far, not too bad. Some good, some bad, but we'll get to that. I'll do some testing of a few emulators, and then any questions you have about PSP and also hacking the device, then just let me know in the comments, and if I can help, I will. What I will do, guys, is I'll leave a link to the video of an amazing guy who does a lot of intensive PSP work, so go check his channel out. He has lots of links for emulators, lots of links for firmware updates, also does tutorial videos as well. So if you haven't seen him, go check him out. I will leave the link in the description in the bottom. But yeah, this is Game Boy Advance. Sounds nice, screen's nice. Had no problems so far with GB8. Seems so strange to play these games on a PSP though. It's nice to have. So I was able to back up all the games I own. Not all, but the ones that I play the most. As you can see, they all work and came up fine. Just nice to not to have UMDs in the hundreds. It's pretty cool. You can see it works great. We have N64, Neo Geo, CPS1, Commodore 64, Atari, PC Engine, Master System, quite a lot. Pico Drive, so Mega Drive, Sega stuff, SNES, Game Boy Advance, which I've just tested out. Let's try a little bit of Masto System. Yeah, it's all Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Master System. All work fantastic, really well. I play those games a lot, so I'm really happy. Well, let me show you the poor ones first. So N64 works well, but there's no sound, and I've literally tried everything to try and get the sound to work, but it doesn't. So if anybody knows if there is something I need to do in order to get the sound working, then leave it in the comments for us, guys. And there's like some strange glitches as well, which is really weird. Did I not put Mario Kart in? Sure I did. Maybe not. Yeah, but Mario Kart is oh yeah, there it is. It's got some terrible glitches in it, but odd glitches. Like the cars shake and the characters on the loading screen when you choose the character, like the eye movements all go crazy and funny. Yeah, as you can see, there's no sound, so I don't know if there's something I need to do. I did try and mess around with all the settings, but to no joy. Can you see their eyes? Donkey Kong eyes go. Whee. It's like the animations are skipping. Very strange. And you'll see what I mean about the cars. The cars themselves shake. Like emulation's fine. It's running really well. Like the cars look like they're about to turn, but they're going straight. It's weird. As far as the controls go, they all work. As he says, as he scrolls off. It's just a shame the sound isn't working, because emulation is actually really good. CPS1 and CPS2, they work amazing. It looks really nice. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That is how you hack your PSP in 2020. So I say I will leave links in the description at the bottom. So if you wish to do this yourself, follow this guide and also check out the link that will be able to get you your starter pack for the emulation and also your firmware if needed. If you need to update it or go back a couple of firmwares just in order to run, it needs to be neither 6.0 or 6.01. Good news, guys. The actual fantastic and amazing PSPGo arrived. So I will be doing another tutorial on how to hack your PSPGo. Really loving this, guys. This is really cool. I really like it. Way ahead of its time, I think. Absolutely way ahead of its time. So if you want to check out more videos on how to hack your PSPGo, then make sure you subscribe, like, share, and as always, guys, take care.